Good morning, traders. I hope you're having a good day, and as usual, it's always a good day to trade. So, without further ado, let's begin. Well, for starting, we have taken a really night trade on the weekend. It's about Friday, and we have already lost huge points on crude oil in the first trade, as you could see, around 16 points. That was a huge and uncalled loss, but we re-enter the market based on the same previous analysis. So if you haven't watched the video, it's I have a link down there and go and watch that thing. You could see what was the analysis, but let me explain you again. The analysis was a simple wedge pattern which was forming in crude oil, and you could see it's a small triangle pattern previously. It break it up and it started moving up, and now it's forming a really good double top pattern on the top side, and I've just shorted before the patterns broke. So it is again a bit early entry, but there's a really high probability chance that crude oil could test its support, daily support as well. So it could be a roughly around 100 points fall in crude oil. So that's huge from a point where crude oil usually moves around 30 to 40 points you could get easily. So based on that thing, considering that all thing, we have taken this trade, a really good double top pattern, or as well as you could see RSI. If you have a chart open, you could see an RSI at this point a little bit indicating an overbought market. So this was the main reason why I've shorted here, and that was also the main reason why my previous trades were both short rather than going long. And as you could see, the crude oil is giving a tremendous momentum extremely fast, and at this particular point I was a bit worried that it might take support again from this thing. But as far as you trade in crude oil, if you have traded in crude oil, you know when the crude oils begin to fall, it fall in a really good one side momentum, or it rise in really good one side momentum. So there has to be a really strong pattern to make the momentum reverse of that fall. So there is a really high probability that this would fall continue. At this particular time, I was also worried about exiting with a small profit itself, because it formed, as you could see, a huge wick from downside. So that is a really indication of a bullish market. As well as you could see, it is standing at the same particular level from which previously it formed a really huge green candle. But based on our analysis was perfect about the double top, as well as there was a wedge pattern which was about to get broken in US oil chart. So there's a really high probability that the market would at least try and touch the CPR. On top of that, the CPR which crude oil made today was a bit virgin CPR. If you do not know the virgin CPR concept, you can Google it, and there is a really good information on that thing. But after the 5 minutes candle, the next 5 minutes candle, it did begin to fall, and it falls tremendously well. But I exited it a bit early because I know the CPR, around that CPR, there was a really good support area from which it did stop falling from a previous fall, and it now is taking support. So if you are using a US oil chart, you could see it began its fall from $73-$74 to $68-$69, and that was the area where it formed support. But based on my probability trade, you could see at least this was my second target. I got out on the first target, but I expect the market to hit this target as well as the yellow line. That would be my third and final target if I would have hold this trade. But I exited because I've already made a huge loss this week, as well as the day I was trading, Friday, I have already lost around 26-27 points in crude oil. So I wanted to recover that as well as get out and have a really good small weak profit and exit the entire position. So I didn't hold that thing for long because the one reason, you could see distance between 20 period moving average and the crude oil. So that blue line above the top, it is huge. The high probability it might go up again and then continue the fall. And exactly that happened. This was after a couple of hours, and the crude oil did hit a 113 mark, and it closes roughly around that level. So I miss around 11,000 rupees momentum, but that's okay. That's happened while trading. But I got gain around 5,000 rupees profit out of this thing. Around 50 points. That's also huge in crude oil. So that's it for this week with us. I hope you have a really good week. If you have, don't forget to smash that like button. Comment down below how your week was. Don't forget to share this video about 50 points profit in crude oil. Don't forget to press that notification bell when you subscribe so you would